swear this is the Matrix, y'all. One day, out of the blue, I just get the urge to start researching Roman mythology, both allegedly real and imagined. Then, roughly a day or two later, I see that Gladius is on sale for an irresistible price. I mean, what are the fucking chances, right? On a slightly more serious note, because I am super serial in that opening, I recently became aware of this game around the time that I noticed the categorical similarities between blade and sorcery and my beloved battle talent. Someone actually brought it up in a Reddit discussion I ran across. Cats in this here discussion weren't particularly raving about it, however, and after running across it myself on a side quest, I wrote it off as something that I'd check out down the line when I got around to it. Based on some quick research, I figured it was just a basic sandbox experience that had a long way to go before it warranted any attention from a guy like me. Boy, I say, boy, was I wrong. In a recent video, I mentioned the short list of games that blew me the fuck away in the VR space. Well, Gladius has made that coveted list. Man, oh man, where do I even begin? Let's try this. Okay, at its core, Gladius is a sword fighting game set during the era of the Roman Empire. You're one of the few lucky slaves. Lucky because instead of being outright murdered or butt fucked into oblivion, you actually have a chance to fight for your honor and possible freedom by participating in the oh so savage gladiator games. As you might expect, this game is extremely brutal, and that brutality is made possible by the fundamentally sound gameplay at hand. The combat mechanics of Gladius trump anything I've encountered thus far, battle talent included. While the grab physics leave a bit to be desired, cause I like to be able to grab a motherfucker and shake the shit out of him, thump him upside the head, kind of like you see me doing in my battle talent, brutality, violence compilation. The actual sword fighting here is on point, and I'm talking about from attacks to defense. On the offensive tip, you can inflict some major damage. I'm talking about dismembering limbs, chopping off domes, and all that good stuff. Now, I guess Gladius does have some sandboxiness to it. If you know what a sandbox is, you would understand what I mean in that regard. But trust me when I say that it is so much more than a typical sandbox. See, Gladius has a campaign where you have to grind through to level up your warrior status. You also unlock new weapons, arenas, so on and so forth. Now, this is another case where I came in right on time. I heard this update arrived like fucking a day or two before I got this game. They dropped a huge update and they included these 4 maps. So I imagine everything was pretty sandboxy before that shit happened. So anyway, a couple of these maps are labeled as coming soon. So right now there's 4 of them, and I think there's at least 3 more that will be coming in the very near future. So that gives us something to look forward to. And I imagine this will all pay off with a storyline X ending, because you were kind of like working your way up from slave to possible hero, I imagine, but we'll see how that goes. Even the endless modes attribute to your coinage and level up efforts. So while it feels like a pointless game of violence at times, it also feels like every battle has some meaning to it, because you're constantly racking up points, trying to level up and unlock this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The arsenal in Gladius is far more versatile than I anticipated coming into this game. There is a wide variety of swords and daggers, in addition to a bow and arrow, shields, and armor to protect your neck. You can also get your hands on a pair of lightsabers. There isn't a lot of noticeable variance in the swords and daggers, if I'm being honest. But these lightsabers, man, I've wielded sabers in a couple of VR games, but thus far, none of the two of the Jedi quite like Gladius. They seem out of place when you think about it, but once you strap up, you'll see that they feel just right in this gladiator environment. One aspect Gladius really impressed me with is the diversity of the enemy roster. You've got males and females, helmet head jabronis, archers, zombies, mummies, and even man-bear pig. It's probably a minotaur, but he's equally savage, so man-bear pig is right on point if you ask me. Now, I've seen cats, human dudes on the internet complain that the gameplay is too easy, since there are technically no conventional difficulty levels, but I find that this shit to be challenging enough. Especially considering that you often don't know where these fuckers are coming from. They got all these fucking little cave-like entrances they could be popping out from, so they find a clever way to mix shit up and keep things challenging so far in my experience. My least favorite enemy is the fucking tiger. Yes, they're tigers. These tigers look very realistic and can present quite the challenge depending on your current weapon. I'm only on level 3 now in the campaign mode, so I wouldn't be surprised to see even more enemy types unveiled as I progress. My allergies is just suddenly starting to fuck with me, so excuse me for all the fucking shenanigans. Speaking of mods, Gladius has them built right into the game. No need to scour the internet for gameplay enhancements or instructions on how to install them. Simply head over to the mod settings, scroll with selection, then download, enable, and open the ones you want to explore. Some of the weapon mods, like the sabers, are even easier to access. All you have to do in this case is simply check a little box. Now, while I'm still having a hard time figuring out where to find the mod weapons you download, the fact that everything is integrated into the game is just super sweet, man. It's like, blow me a fucking away. Now, the sabers are cool as shit, right? But the cream of the mod crop lies in the maps. Right now, there are 4 modded maps, I think. And man, they are dope as fuck, bro. I thought to say they're perfect now. Some of them have that Wile E. Coyote thing going on, where you can like walk off the cliff and step into the air and shit and just stand there without plummeting to your death. Meanwhile, the enemies won't come out there because they know you're supposed to plummet to your fucking death. So it's like little bugs like that you'll notice. Also, the Jedi Council map is a tad too compact for these intense handicap battles you have to endure during that particular map. Flaws aside, the modded environments are cool in their own special way, and I look forward to seeing what gets added in the very near future. Gladius is an App Lab special, an early access game that isn't quite ready for the prime time that is the official Oculus Marketplace. Never mind all that. This shit is awesome and worth every bit of the asking price. As I understand, it was a free game once upon a time, which leaves me very hopeful for the future because this shit has come a mighty long way if that is in fact the case. The full release is going to be so sick, man. So if you haven't already, check this shit out. You will not be disappointed. Peace.